time stand still. Found a way to make it work. Making time stand still. Found a way to make it work. Making time stand still. Found a way to make it work. Making time stand still. Found a way to make it work.
Check, 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 check. All right, there we go. There should be on now. Y'all should be able to hear me now. But anyways, man, welcome back to the channel, man. Another show for you guys here today. Appreciate everybody being here. Hope everybody's doing good today. Stay cool, man, because it's hot. All right? Depending on where you at, where I'm at, it's hot. You know what I'm saying? So try to stay cool, hydrated, and stuff like that. But listen, man, appreciate y'all. Like, share, subscribe. Vote on that poll that's right there. Let me know what you're feeling so far, or how you feeling about Wolverine. Are you going to buy it? And click that link that's pinned to become an official sponsor of the channel for as low as 99 cents a month, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, y'all? I see my brother Mike is in the building. My brother Chris is in the building. My brother Star is in the building. What's going on? Appreciate y'all being here. What up? What up? No sound. Yup. Every time I type yo, it says me. Yeah, I know. YouTube is doing some sort of like translation. I don't know how to turn that off. I'll have to look into that. But you see, it has like a little Let me see. Yeah, I can't even click it. Let me see something. Go to no, I can't even do anything. I guess I'll have to go to the settings or something. I don't know. But yeah, man, I got you, my brother. Has it been confirmed that Phantom Blade Zero have no physical disc? Is that a rumor? I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look into that. I'm not sure. But if they don't release the physical disc at launch, they probably do what Black Myth did. Was they released the physical disc version like later on. They probably do something like that. But you know, but this is what I was saying, right? This is what I was talking about. People saying, "Oh, don't worry," or whatever. Now look, everybody's starting to do the same thing now. Like little by little, it's not even 2028 yet, and you're gonna start seeing publishers coming out digital only, and it's not even 2028 yet. You know what I'm saying? So this is what happens. Unfortunately, this is what happens. Star saying, yeah, it's only digital, no physical. It's not even planned. So there you go. Because on their Twitter, it said pre-order on PlayStation and Steam. Yeah, I didn't see like them showing off any type of like physical copy or anything like that. I just see the Steam and the, just like you said, all I see is pre-order now digitally and things like that. So we'll see. Probably later on they'll come out with the physical. My brother Lazy Vibes is in the building, people. Yes, sir. What's good? Making the pathway. Yeah, that's what it is. GTA 6 started this. Listen. Who's going to take the blame? GTA 6 or PlayStation for making that announcement? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, they both at fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, Straw Zelnick came out the other day in an interview saying how releasing physical copies of his game doesn't make any sense because the majority of their game sales are coming through digitally, are being bought digitally. So he's saying that it don't make any sense for them to do it. You know? I mean, I don't know if he provided any type of information to back that up, that statement up. I'm not sure. But you all know that regardless, they're just going to show you the big picture number. Just like they've been doing this whole time with physical versus digital. All they've been showing you, the big picture. 85% is digital, 15% physical. That's why we're making this decision. But they don't go into the details. They don't tell you what's in the 85%. They don't tell you none of that. They just give you the number because that's all you need to see. That's all you need to see. Because as you're seeing right now, there's a lot of people that are running with that. Well, the data shows that 85% is digital. So yeah, it makes perfect sense. They don't break it down to you. They don't break it down to you. Sir Connor came out with a what you call that? A stat sheet or whatever it was. Matt Piscatella. He came out with his thing saying, oh, with a US chart saying that, oh, look, this is why this is happening. Look at the last months, right? Without letting you know. Let me tell you something. The United States of America, we are some of the most laziest people in the entire world. I need you to understand that. Okay? In case you didn't know that. People here in the US, we are some of the laziest people you will ever find. That's why the Chinese people were laughing at us when they was putting in the tariffs, and they were saying there's no way y'all gonna make as much production as we do because y'all don't work hard like us, right? Y'all don't work hard enough. Meaning, we don't have that level of productivity over here. We don't have that type of work environment like they do. Well, they around the clock. They shifts in and out. Boom, boom. Next man up. In, you out. In, out. You know what I mean? Here is like, work is done. I'm going home. See you tomorrow. That's it. So whatever work was done at that time, in that day, it's over. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. So when they showing you that United States chart that's telling you that the majority are digital versus physical is because of us Americans. We're lazy. Point blank, period. There's no way around that. Let me tell you something. I'll never forget that. I was in the subway, right? I was taking the train. And there's a train that has an escalator, right? That takes you directly up. It's a train that's like, so this train station is so deep underground. It's like you gotta like literally look up to see the exit. That's how low you are in the ground. And in this particular train station that I was in. So they have the stairs and they have an escalator, right? These Europeans were in town for vacation and tourists and stuff. And all I heard them say, yo, let's do it the American way. And what did they do? They took the escalator. Meaning what? We lazy. Meaning what? In other countries, they would have taken the steps. They would have walked all that. Right? I'm just telling you a true story. This is a true story that I'm telling you. And I heard him. I said, oh, shit. This motherfucker throwing shade at us and shit. Like, so I walked my ass right into that escalator, and I waited until I reached the top. He's absolutely right. That staircase was empty. Ain't nobody walking up them stairs. The only people that were walking was the people coming down into the train station. But leaving the train station, that shit was empty. Everybody was on the escalator. Escalators like this, packed. One behind the other. This is a true story. And let me show you something else. Right? Let me show you something. Since we on that topic, right? Let me show you something. I hope I saved it. Knowing my ass, I didn't save it. Okay, hold on. Let me look at it right here. Let me look for it right here. This is a chart, right, for Resident Evil Requiem, right? You see the United States? 22 physical, 78 digital. And this is compared to, keep in mind, the Matt Piscatella United States physical versus digital chart that he put out a couple of weeks ago. Remember that chart, okay? I don't remember the number of that. I will have to put it up here. I forgot. But it was a big difference, right? Look at it right here. 22 physical, 78. Look at Japan. 51 to 49. Look at France. 55 to 45. Look at the UK. 40 to 60. Look at Australia. 43 to 57. Why didn't Matt Piscatella do an all around? What? This is happening worldwide. He's acting like they're just doing this in the United States. PlayStation is taking away physical cop media globally, not just in the US. So why would you put out a United States chart? For what? Like if it's only going to affect us. But this is what this is what I be talking about when I tell you that they don't go into the specifics of the numbers. They don't do that. They just want you to see the big number, the big picture, so you can have in your mind, oh yeah, this is why they're doing it. It makes sense. I buy all my games digitally anyway. Yeah, cool. I'm cool with it. It don't matter. Now you see all these a bunch of people talking about what we should be fighting for is digital rights. Like that's gonna happen. Like if they're gonna actually, are they gonna start that fight? The people that are saying that, ask them that question. What we should be fighting for now is digital ownership. All right, are you gonna start the fight or are you gonna shut up and keep it moving? Because they be talking like they actually gonna do something about it. Y'all fighting the wrong fight. This is the fight that we should be fighting. Well, are you gonna start the fight? So maybe some of these people could come and follow up and follow through and start to gain the momentum. Are you going to start it, though? Are you going to start it? I highly doubt it. You're going to shut up and you're going to keep doing what you're doing. It don't make no sense. That's why I'm just playing my games, man. That's why. Because listen. There's just no point in talking about any of this because it's going to happen. The community is split. Some people here, some people here. And it is what it is. But this right here should tell you. How many copies did this game sell? It sold a lot. Right? And here are the numbers. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. These are the facts. I brought you the facts. When it comes to this matter, I brought you the facts right here. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I'm ready. I come prepared. I'll be telling you, I come prepared, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, people. We're going to look at the Wolverine reviews and see what's up. What's good? Yo, Molly, what's good? But am I lying? Am I lying, though? That's all I want to know. Am I lying? Did I bring you the facts? What part of what I said right now doesn't make any sense? And where does it seem like I'm lying or spreading some type of misinformation? Where? I don't see it. My coffee's getting cold. I'm talking too much. USA is not gonna, but not gonna speak louder. USA is not gonna speak the loudest when it comes to physical. Is that what you're trying to say? 100%. Because it's everything that I said. We're lazy. That's why. No pun intended. Yo, lazy, what's good? You always bring facts. Hey, my brother. Gotta drop a bomb for that, brother. Appreciate you, brother. Ruben, the only one that don't bring facts. Oh, snap. Yo, Mike is crazy. Star says, watch the VGC one. Oh, okay. Got it. Yo, Beans. Yo, shout out to my brother Beans out here from the UK. What's good, my brother? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So watch the VGC one. Okay. I'm gonna take a look at the blog post really quick to see what they say. And then I guess we'll look at the VGC, and I also wanted to look at the IGN one. Yeah. So yeah, man. Yo, Beans, that's your fellow mate right there, Super West, man. Shout out to my people over there in the UK, man. Facts. Know what I'm saying? All right. Let me see this post, blog post real quick, man. Let me see what these people got to say, man. All right, so here it is. This officially dropped at 11 o'clock in the morning, and there it is right there. A lot of people don't seem to like, what's his name, McIntyre? They don't seem to like his face, like, as Wolverine. I don't have a problem with it, to be honest. If I'm being honest, I think he looks fine being a Wolverine. I think we've been seeing Hugh Jackman for so long. Probably people can't just take that picture out of their mind. But I think he looks fine. You know, I think he looks good. So Logan teams up with Mystique and Sabretooth to take on the anti-mutant billionaire Trask. So that's what it's going to be, all right? How long is this? Oh, this is a long blog post. Oh, no. I'm not reading all this. No. No. Let me see. Taking on Trask. Okay, so I'm assuming that's Trask. There goes Omega Red. What y'all think about Omega Red? We can look at these pictures real quick, though. Americans are lazy. Facts. Facts. Hey, I didn't say I was excluded from that. Okay, I didn't say I was excluded from that. I'm an American. Okay, born and raised, right? Yo, Ruben, what's good? I think he looks good. It's because people are used to seeing Hugh Jackman. Yeah. Yeah, it's because of that. I need the headband. Yeah, for sure. He does need that headband. And I hope he gets it, which I'm pretty sure he's not going to get it, bro. This is another scene right here. Looks pretty nice. I mean, they're going to talk about a lot of this stuff when we see the reviews anyways. You know? There's that one. What y'all think about Mystique? I think Mystique look good. I think Mystique looks good. Nothing wrong with her. Yeah, this is a lot to read, bro. It's a long blog post, bro. It's a long blog post. But yeah, a lot of these things that they putting here are in the reviews. So we're gonna take a look at it. And one thing before we take a look at the reviews, just so y'all know, Wolverine will be the only playable character in this game. All right. Insomniac won't repeat Spider-Man's worst sections in Marvel's Wolverine. Mary Jane. I almost said Jean Grey. Mary Jane. So yeah, we're really focusing on Wolverine as a playable character and making sure we nailed it. So that's gonna be the only playable character. And from what I've seen so far, you're just gonna have like a companion, so to speak, right? But yeah. So let's take a look. Wait, you want me to look at the VGC one first? All right. Let's take a look at the VGC one first. And then we go look at the IGN one. Okay, hold on. Bring this over here. Let's see what these people have to say here, man. Okay. Y'all let me know if the audio is too loud or too low, and so I can adjust it. All right, let's roll it. Yo, that looks fire. Woo! Yo.
We recently got to go hands-on with Marvel's Wolverine at Insomniac's studio in California, and here are 5 things we've learned about the game. The X-Men don't exist.
Yo, that shit.
While Jean Grey is
That shit looks cinematic, bro. Like, I don't know, but that first scene, and I love how he has that army suit on with the chest plate and all that shit fire to me.
present and a major character in Marvel's Wolverine, the X-Men don't exist in this universe. While any comic fan will jump to the logical conclusion that you don't introduce Jean Grey and
What
the
y'all
other
think about
mutants
Jean Grey?
without eventually leading to the iconic team.
You know, the actress who's playing her, she looks exactly like that. So if people have a problem with how she looks, then they're not gonna like the actual character who plays her, because she looks like, I don't know if y'all seen a picture like her. She looks exactly like how she looks right there.
Insomniac is keeping tight-lipped about where the franchise will go. Mystique also plays a key role in the game, but it's currently unknown if any other headline mutants will make their appearance in the first iteration of this character, though Sabretooth is present and correct. You can also play an arm wrestling minigame against Sabretooth in Marvel's Wolverine.
Here to grace me with your presence?
Took the top shelf whiskey.
Earn it.
Where's the Carlisle at, man? Where's the Carlisle? Oh, bad, I was in the way.
These are the big differences from Spider-Man. Insomniac shared with us the biggest differences between making a Marvel's Wolverine game and a Marvel's Spider-Man game. Game director Mike Daly said, "When you look at Spider-Man, he's a friendly neighborhood crime fighter. It makes sense for him to experience New York City. When we looked at our favorite Wolverine stories, he's always getting into trouble, not because he's driving it, but rather he got sucked into it by a sense of duty. This, and because of his long destroyed past, takes him all around the world. He's not anchored." So what we wanted to tell was a story that felt like it had come out of the comic book roller coaster narrative that goes around the globe and exposes you to a ton of different characters, enemies, and locations
That's fire.
in succession. From that, the structure seemed clear. Let us tell this linear narrative that really can concentrate on the storytelling aspect
That
of
suit
Logan's
is
journey.
fire.
Marcus Smith, the game's creative director, told us, "In terms of what Mike said, we're basing it off how do we embody the player fantasy. Obviously, web slinging is very important to Spider-Man. Open world makes perfect sense for that in a grounded New York City. But you do play missions in that game, and I'd say the philosophies of the mission design are very similar to what we have done on Wolverine, what we've done on Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and so on. We didn't have a big philosophical shift. It's more bringing things tighter in. The camera's tighter in. Wolverine is not someone who web slings. In fact, he's 500 pounds of adamantium skeleton. It means he's going to be a lot more grounded, and everything is going to be a tighter experience. So that was the only major difference. We're doing a much more
That reminds me of
creative and
Spider-Man
linear
right there.
design, but it is, at the end of the day, not that different from Spider-Man. This is not an origin story. While we've already mentioned that the X-Men aren't in the game and this story takes place early in Wolverine's career, this isn't an origin story for the character. Marcus Smith told us, "First of all, being an unreliable narrator is kind of in the DNA of Wolverine.
She
and
look
we
like
wanted
Jessie
to
from
make sure that
Control.
we were
Yeah, she
telling an
does.
original tale in that regard. That's why I say this is not an
Looks
origin
better than the
story,
leaks.
because we're not talking about how the adamantium was introduced to a skeleton, but we're also mixing and matching some of
I know
the
this shit feels good to
timelines
play,
of other
yeah.
media. For us, it was important to start off with a story that can highlight Wolverine as a character, Because of that, there's no X-Men, largely because as soon as you introduce those giant personalities, all of the oxygen gets sucked out of the room. Then it's not a Wolverine game. So what is going to make the best Wolverine game? We started with kind of a greatest hits.
Yo, that suit looks fire, bro. Yo, that suit look fire to me, bro.
Wolverine game. We started with kind
Bro, look at that. Yo, that shit looks fire to me, bro. I don't know.
of a greatest hits. What are the things you think of? We know we're going to have certain locations, certain characters, then we start building. What is the arc of the story? Paramount to that is, what does he know and how can he learn about these things through interactions with other characters? A lot of times we have characters that we really wanted to use, we thought made perfect sense, but then didn't fit the arc and kind of got phased out. Other characters come in and serve the role as facilitator to try and sort out some of the past, but it all goes back to what serves that narrative storyline that suits Wolverine as a character first and foremost. Mike Daly added, yeah, so Wolverine's character has so many sedimentary layers of lost memories, so as the story progresses, you know, it's kind of fun to peel back one layer at a time, and it's always seeming to get deeper. Initially when we open up, it's mentioned that he's left Team X. Why is that? It's a question we ask. We don't take too long to answer it, but it always leads into the next question. Like, why are the Hand here? Why is he familiar with them? What's the past there? So it kind of goes on that remembering the past as an omnipresent element of the story, but it just gets deeper and deeper. On top of that, we got to see the nightmare doors. These are physical manifestations of the character trying to work out what's going on with his memories.
Oh, there's a,
as Mike Daly puts it, it's him.
There's a healing strike. You see in the top left what it was saying? Look. Use healing strike against staggered enemies to restore health. So that's how you're gonna restore your health and things like that.
Character trying to work out what's going on with his memories. As Mike Daly puts it, it's him struggling to unlock what's hidden there.
Right there, you see he's doing it.
It's a player-driven option for a layer of memories from his past that you can unlock as well. And that acts as a layer of depth beyond the main narrative and reveals new cinematics.
Right there, he's staggered.
Insomniac confirmed to us that New Game Plus will be in the game from day one, and players can replay missions as soon as they find Nightmare Cabins in game. Mike Daly said, I can say that even in your first playthrough, whenever you get to a Nightmare Cabin, you can immediately replay any of the missions you've completed so far. By doing that, you can sort of complete collectibles if you want to, and that feeds into your progression in the main campaign. So your first time through the game, you don't have to worry about catching every single thing as you go. If you really want, you can go back and get what you missed. That's built in from the beginning of the game. On the disc, New Game Plus is supported. You can carry over all your progress, you can start the story again. Our goal was to make the second playthrough as fun as the first. So to spice things up, of course it's fun to at first basically go through and stomp everything with your awesome kit, but we also added a few New Game Plus specific additions. They're optional, but you can mix and match them, turning the ones on you're interested in. That can really accelerate combat in the game and make it feel extreme in terms of how quickly you can take out enemies and how quickly you can get a game over if you're not careful. In a way, it almost makes it feel even more like the Wolverine fantasy that a lot of people were aiming for. A big
that lighting looked good.
That we noticed playing Marvel's Wolverine is how minimalistic the HUD is. Mike Daly told us you'll notice that the UI in the game is intentionally pretty minimalist. Going back to the Spider-Man example, his HUD fits Spider-Man because he has a visor and he's a thoughtful guy who wants to access a lot of information. It feeds into your decisions, knowing what the numbers are. Logan is very different. We want your eyes, your thoughts to be on the world.
Nice,
if
I like
are
that.
Stuck or looking for their next objective, Logan will actually follow a scent trail, which ties into how animalistic the character actually is. And finally, Logan can't control his rage.
Shit.
Woo! Bruh, look at that.
We'll draw their fire. Focus on the chopper!
Yo, look. Brother, look at this. You can see his ribs. Yo, that's fire. Yo, mom, look, you can see his flesh inside everything, yo. That's fire. And blood is dripping. That's fire. Look at that.
Dealing damage slowly builds up Wolverine's rage meter, each
Wow.
segment corresponding to an increase in his anger. The higher his anger, the more relentless his attacks. Max it out and Logan will automatically enter a primal rage.
Damn, you see? They should have left him shirtless right there, man. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but right there, I feel like he should have been left like just with the pants and shirtless and just start ripping people off and going crazy. And if you get hit, you start seeing the slashes like on his skin. Damn.
Greatly increasing the power of his attacks while depleting the gauge over time. What sticks out most about this mechanic is how little players have control over its function. As a means to showcase Wolverine's emotional instability, the team has made the deliberate choice to leave it out of the player's hands. Insomniac says it was a distinct challenge because a simplistic healing factor of just your health regenerating over time incentivizes players to slow down the pace of combat because instinctively you want that HP. That also ties into this other element, which Logan has got this rage. It's like the wellspring coming out of him. Marcus Smith relayed that these systems are foundational to Wolverine as a character. The decision to tie the two components of Logan's character together led to this rage system. If players run out of health but they have a bar of rage, Logan can jump back into the fight as a safety mechanism. Yet on the other end of this is the showcase of Logan's unbridled aggression. Once his rage meter maxes out.
Alright, so if you run out of health, like if you die, but you have one of the, you see the bottom three, that's your rage. If you have one of those bars available to you, then that's when you tap square repeatedly and you're going to use what you had in that bar to fill up your health. If you don't have anything in that bar, you're going to die and restart from the checkpoint. That's what he's saying.
It's out of the player's controls and they just have to roll with it, just like Wolverine.
You gotta talk to Essex. They call Walter.
We're very impressed with what we've seen from Marvel's Wolverine so far, and you can expect much more coverage as we get closer to the release date. You can check out our written preview on VGC and our interview with Insomniac. Please consider supporting VGC on patreon.com/videogameschronicle and subscribe to VGC on YouTube. I'm Jordan Midler. See you later.
Alright, so there's that one. What y'all think? Let me see what y'all saying. I'll be rocking the classic suit. Okay. Honestly, fuck Control. I'll still be buying and playing day one, but I really want Max Payne. Oh, y'all talking about Control? Control looks good. But Max Payne is gonna be good too. Could be bloodier. Nah, it's a lot of blood, bro. Facts, missed opportunities is crazy. Did the hand jump over the other one like in Spider-Man? I don't know. I haven't seen Spider-Man yet, bro. Could be better if we were actually doing what he is doing in the finisher ourselves, rather than just watching a tiny cutscene. Nah, bro, he's doing. Bro, you're gonna be in constant action, bro. That's the thing about the game. Like the game, I don't know if we passed through the part when he was talking about it. Like sometimes when your health goes down, like you tend to like back out, so you could regenerate your health or like slow down the pace of the game because you don't want to die. Like this game encourages you to go in the fight and like go fight, because you can gain health that way. Like they were saying, like if the enemy staggered, you hit him with the triangle and it regenerates your health. By that time, your rage bar are gonna be filled up already. You're gonna be using your rage. That's gonna regenerate your health. Like it wants you to be in combat. It don't want you to fall back and relax. Like, that's not what this game is about. This game wants you in action. You know? So I'm telling you, it's gonna be a lot of fighting. I'm looking forward to Wolverine. I'm getting the plates for the PS5 Pro. Yeah, them plates look really good, bro. Which one do you like, though? I like the black and yellow ones, man. I like the black and yellow ones, and I like the black and yellow controller. But both of them looks good. The other one is adamantium. That looks good too. You know? You can't go wrong with either or. Like in DMC, they put you in constant action. Isn't a problem in the game. It's much harder than any Insomniac game. I mean, that's that's how they've been doing games, bro. You know what I mean? That's Insomniac, bro. I don't like how his face is on it though. Oh, on the plates. Yeah, it still look good though, man. It still looks good. But yeah, this guy did a very good job with this review. I like what I'm seeing. I like what I'm hearing. He didn't talk about Troy Baker though, right? Let's look at the IGN one really quick. Who's this? Let me see what this Blue Thunder has to say real quick.
What's going on, guys? I got the chance.
Hold on. Let's see what he has to say. His is like 2 minutes, so we're gonna watch it really quick. Let me see what he has to say. This is 2 minutes, yeah.
What's going on, guys? I got the chance to play Wolverine early, and I wanted to walk you through all the cool stuff that you can do in this game, and don't worry, no major spoilers. So jumping into combat, you can leap towards enemies like that. You can also parry, of course, and then you have your basic attack and a ton of combos and special abilities. And then, of course, there's stealth attacks. You can eliminate enemies.
I like that. What's going on here, man?
Instantly from behind like this, which is really, really cool. And you can even leap at enemies like that, and you're still in stealth. And then I can't stress enough just how brutal the combat is. There's various...
All right. What's going on with this?
Different kind of animation. What's going on, guys? I got the and special abilities. And then, of course, there's stealth attacks. You can eliminate enemies instantly from behind like this, which is really, really cool. And you can even leap at enemies like that, and you're still in stealth. And then I can't stress enough just how brutal the combat is. There's various different kind of animations you'll see, even if you're doing kind of the same combo. You can even do team-up abilities like this, where Sabretooth comes in. You'll see that the environments are destructible. You know, when you're battling inside a specific environment, things will kind of just fall apart and break apart in front of you, which I think is a great touch. Everyone loves destructible environments. And then the theme of this game, like, is way darker than Spider-Man. Here we're seeing all of these mutants that were just disposed of.
That lighting looks good.
I'm not going to spoil exactly why these mutants are here, but it is very dark, I'll tell you that much. You got to see this cool cutscene with Wolverine being taken captive, and then Mystique saves him here, which is just awesome. I think the animations and the visuals with the character models in this game are nearly flawless. I love the style. We got our first look at Troy Baker here, who is playing Essex, or Mr. Sinister. And
yo, Mr. Sinister is in the game.
And then we had a boss battle here with a Sentinel. This would not be a X-Men or Wolverine game without some Sentinels. And definitely a new kind of spin on the Sentinel. Looks a lot different than what I'm used to, at least. And I think this is really, really cool. And then we have the Princess Bar here that you can completely explore. There's a ton of Easter eggs and a ton of characters you're going to instantly recognize. Really cool touch. Like, I could literally go up and just arm wrestle Sabretooth here. And then the Hand actually ambushed the Princess Bar, so we chased them out of here over some rooftops. Good look at traversal here, seeing how high Wolverine can jump. And then once we meet up with the Hand, we get to activate Rage Level 3. And now Rage Level 3, oh my god, is absolutely insane. You get special Rage finishing moves, which is L2 and R2 at the same time. And it's just super brutal like that. And yeah, just a really cool touch to make you kind of feel like a powerful, brutal Wolverine. Yeah, man, I had an absolute blast playing the game. I can't wait to play more. Let me know what you guys are thinking about Wolverine in the comments.
Wow. Yo, so Mr. Sinister is in the game, bro. Yo, I hope. Yo, Troy Baker looks really, look. He looks official, bro. Look at that. Damn, wait. Yo, he look fire right there, bro. What? He looks, that's him right there. That's Troy Baker. That's Troy Baker. Insomniac got it. Better than Naughty Frauds. You good? Nah, Insomniac, I told you. Insomniac, they the leaders of this generation, bro. Like, that's not even a question, bro. That's not even a question. You know what I mean? Like, for them to be putting out this many games, like, consistently since this generation, to even before that, you go back to Spider-Man 2018 and you started from there. It's like, come on, bro. Like, who can compete with that? Besides, like, Capcom, you know? But I'm talking about PlayStation. Missed opportunity with Mystique, though. They could have done social stealth section with her. Yeah. But they didn't want to take that chance to make another playable character. That's what they were alluding to in that article that I showed you. They just wanted this to be about Wolverine. They want you to know him, his backstory, and everything of that like that, right? I guess they took that feedback from Spider-Man, and maybe they thought about that, you know? They probably was thinking about doing something like that, but getting all that feedback from Spider-Man, they probably said, nah, let's not do that. Let's focus on this guy, and that's it. You know? Whoever don't like this is gay. Yo, this game looks fire, bro. It's gonna be a lot of action. It's gonna be fun, right? Just kick back and have a good time and enjoy the great combat, the great movement that this game is gonna have. I know it's gonna feel good. The graphics is gonna look good, bro. The lighting in this game looks fire, bro. Especially at nighttime when he's like outside in that forest area, and they have those LEDs projected at him. Yo, that shit looks really good. The lighting look good in this game. Like, have Mystique come in a guard or something, and if you suspicious shit, the guards then get 10, so go full on guns. Nah, I get what you're saying, bro. I get what you're saying. Nah, he look real. Ruben, you spitting right now? I know stuff when I see it. And Spider-Man 3 is in production. Yep. Facts. I think Sabretooth was playable too. Like a Venom type of character. Yeah, you could be right about that. Definitely could be right about that. I just think they pulled back from all that. Because now you're starting to go away from the game. You see what I'm saying? And that's why they made that statement. For them saying that they wanted this game to be about Wolverine. And if you start just with those two ideas, you start drifting off with Sabretooth. You start doing missions with Mystique. They've probably felt like it's going to take the main focus off of Wolverine's story. And they just wanted to solely focus on him. This is going to be a more linear game. So they definitely was like, we got to tighten up and just make the game about him. If we start going off and doing other things, then it's gonna go. It's probably gonna go all over the place, and they didn't want that. That's what I'm thinking that happened. Watch Control's IGN gameplay with me, bro. How long is that? How long is it? I didn't watch it to not spoil anything, but I will if you watch. Oh, okay. Yeah, let me know how long is it. Sabretooth is playable on the leaked version. You can play right now. That they said that there's no other playable character. That's what they said. I'm gonna have to eat this on my watch this on my lunch break. I missed too much. Oh, okay. It's all good, Chris. I know you're working, bro. It's all good, brother. But yeah, overall it sounds good. I did watch the IGN review. So that's the last one we're gonna see. Because he did say something that caught my attention. Let me see. Okay, here it is.
If Insomniac has proved anything.
All right, let's get it. This is the last one we're gonna watch.
Over the last 8 years, it's that they know how to make a hell of a superhero game. Spider-Man remains one of the PlayStation 4's defining action games, and a shining example of open world design, as are both of its follow-ups.
13 minutes? I bet. We'll watch it.
Wolverine, albeit this time as a traditional, linear AAA action game. I got to play about 2.5 hours at a recent preview event, and while my impressions are mostly glowingly positive, I did come away with a few questions and concerns.
Woo, look how good that looks, bro.
Make this quick. It's been 48 hours since Essex was captured. We may already be too late.
Right from the start
Bro.
of my demo, it was very clear
Fire.
that this is a very different kind of Wolverine story than what I was used to. The X-Men haven't been formed yet. Wolverine, Sabretooth, and Mystique are all buds and part of a 3-person task force known as Team X, and they're all led by a not yet sinister-looking man named Nathaniel Essex, who also serves as their mentor and someone looking to help mutants everywhere. That puts them in direct.
I don't know if they've mentioned this, but I think they played it on the base PS5. I don't know if any of y'all could let me know where they reviewed this, but I think it's on the base PS5 because when I saw, where was it? And it was today too that I saw it. Like people got to visit Insomniac, and there was like in a room where they were gonna be interviewed and stuff. They had a PlayStation on the table with the controller. But I noticed that it was the base PS5. So we might be looking at base PS5 footage. So this ain't even on the Pro, I think. But let me know.
Opposition with the mutant-hating Boulevard Trask. And the very first mission.
And look how good this
Team X
looks.
setting out to rescue their mentor from his clutches. It didn't
Yo,
take
that
long
suit
after
look
picking
fire,
up the
bro.
controller for me to pop out my claws, leap 20 feet towards the poor sap, and ventilate his body with 6 holes. My first reaction to the combat in Wolverine was very simply, yeah, this is exactly what I want a Wolverine game to feel like. Combat is fast, vicious, and brutal, even if it is fundamentally similar to what Insomniac has already done with Spider-Man. Much like how Spider-Man was able to zip around the battlefield with his webs, Logan can use a gap-closing leap attack to instantly get right up in the face of an enemy and then proceed to shred them up with a basic melee claw combo or a powerful kick that can break shields and knock enemies back. That kick ends up being one of the most defining aspects of Wolverine's combat, as you can use it to both knock enemies off cliffs or into walls, and once they're stunned against a wall, you can utilize a highly damaging barrage attack that will generally defeat an enemy right away.
Bro, look at the hole in his back.
Aside, Wolverine is a parry-driven game, so you'll always need to have your finger hovering over that L1 button, ready to press it on a split
Like
second
that area.
notice.
That lighting in that
Enemies do
area
not wait around for their
is gonna
turn.
look
It's
crazy,
very
bro.
aggressive,
Right
and
here?
while the fodder baddies can be dispatched fairly easily, most of the cybernetically enhanced ones have very sturdy defenses that strongly encourage you to parry their attacks in order to open them up. Wolverine also has access to a variety of special moves by holding down L2 and pressing a face button, which are generally reserved for stronger attacks that either do big single target
Woo,
damage,
bro,
deal damage
did you
spread
see
out
that?
over an area around
Bro, he smashed his head on the pave on the cement right there, and it broke. Yo, they went in on the level of detail in the game, bro.
Access to a variety of special moves by holding down
Look at it.
L2 and pressing a face button, which are generally reserved for stronger.
Look at that.
attacks
Look.
do big
Look at
sneaky
that. Come on,
damage,
man.
Deal damage spread out over an area around Wolverine, grant him a limited time buff, etc. These special
Look at
moves
that.
are all
Come
tied
on,
to
man.
individual cooldowns rather than a resource that builds up over the course of combat. The one resource that you do have to keep
Bro, that was Jean Grey. She lifted you up in the air while you spinning him. And then you dropped him. Bro, that shit was fire right there, bro. What?
keep an eye on is Wolverine's Rage, which is gained simply by dealing damage and killing enemies, but slowly diminishes when you're not actively slicing and dicing. It's a mechanic meant to encourage all-out aggression, which feels very on brand for Wolverine.
You see? He said it. It's a mechanic to just basically pushes you to engage because you want to fill up the rage bar. You need that bar to you want to fill it up to the third bar because that's when you obviously get the special and all that and go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So the game encourages you to keep on fighting.
There are 3 tiers of rage that you can unlock by filling up the meter. The first tier is by default and doesn't really come with any benefits. Once you reach tier 2 though, you gain extra damage on your combo finishers, and most importantly, you're able to go into last stand when you lose all of your health. This was a neat way to incorporate Logan's healing factor into the combat design by making it so that as long as
that's
Wolverine
fire
has a
right
bar
there.
of rage in the tank, he can essentially come back from the dead, trading in his rage meter for health. If he goes down without a full bar of rage to spare though, it's game over and back to the last checkpoint for you. At rage tier 3 though is where the party starts. Once he hits that rage threshold, the background turns gray, the enemies get highlighted in red, and all of Wolverine's attacks do dramatically increase damage, with most weaker enemies being executable immediately. This lets you throw caution to the wind and just tear apart entire groups of enemies in quick order. It is quite simply the epitome of the Wolverine power fantasy. My overall impression of combat based on what I played is that it's all fundamentally sound, very satisfying, and does a great job of evoking the spirit of Wolverine. But at the same time, it felt like it was missing an element of creativity that I always look for in an action game.
Damn.
One of the joys of Spider-Man's combat, for example, was all the fun things that you can do that weren't necessarily the optimal way of clearing out a combat encounter, but allowed you to break away from the monotony of just punch, parry, punch, parry, etc. You could bounce off walls, mantle over enemies, slide under them, web them up, yank away their weapons, swing them around, launch them up for an air combo, knock them away, pull them back, etc. Wolverine mostly just angrily stabs things. And while he is the best there is at what he does, I did wish that what he does offered a bit more variety.
That's what I wanted to talk about. You see that? He could be right about that. You know what I'm saying? Like he could be right about that. Like in Spider-Man, there's so many different ways to combat the enemies and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that he just mentioned, bro. That's what makes Spider-Man like feel so good to play with, like with the combat. It's like that you can do so many other things. It's not just like he said, punch, parry, and things like that, which is what we're gonna be doing the majority of the time in this game. You know what I mean? So I wonder how Insomniac is gonna make that. Is my stream off? Okay. I thought my stream cut off. My bad. I wonder how Insomniac is gonna make that feel fresh every single time, because it's gonna feel very good in the beginning, of course, as it always does in every game, because it's new. So you're starting to get used to the combat belt. You know, by the 3rd, 4th mission, if you're still doing the same thing, like I wonder how Insomniac is gonna try to make that feel as fresh as possible every single time. Maybe you with the skill tree and I know in Spider-Man you unlock different moves and things like that. So, but again, that is Spider-Man. He is allowed to have a variety of different movesets. Like Wolverine doesn't have that. He just has his claws. So it's like, how much more are you gonna get with Wolverine? You know what I mean? So we're gonna have to wait and find out. You know, but that is a good point though that he made.
We don't need you, Runt. Never did.
Now, to be fair, there are some fun ways that Insomniac encourages you to use the environment to your advantage. Like kicking an enemy into a forklift is always a good time. And there are occasional team-ups that organically feature combination attacks between you and your partner, much like what was seen in Spider-Man 2 and Miles Morales. But
That's
on
fire.
a base level, I do have some concerns about how Wolverine's combat will remain engaging throughout the entire campaign. It's certainly possible for that depth to be uncovered as I get deeper into the game. There is, after all, a skill tree with a variety of techniques and special moves that I only really scratched the surface of, along with adaptation points that can be spent on a variety of character upgrades. My hope is that those later upgrades and skills add some extra flavor to Wolverine's combat
it's
and
like
are just more powerful.
It's like the same thing in Spider-Man. You do the same thing, right? But it's like I'm saying, and at least Spider-Man, you know, he has the web slinging. You could toss him up in the air, do the air combat. Take out the spider things from your back, and you could do a move set with that. There's a whole bunch of other things that you can do with Spider-Man. Like, I don't know where they can take Wolverine when it comes to that skill tree and it comes to unlocking those skills or whatever. Those different adaptations. I don't know how far they can take him. You know what I mean? So we're going to have to wait and see, man.
Techniques that scale his strength to meet the increased difficulty of later enemies and bosses. Interestingly, the thing that impressed me the most about Wolverine was actually the direction of the story. You've got Wolverine on a team with Mystique and Sabretooth during a time before the forming of the X-Men, with the addition of Jean Grey and Nathaniel Essex as two people that are very important to Wolverine, but also have two very different worldviews. These are all very combustible elements in play. And
that looks really good right there.
Goes. Doubly so due to the fact that it's written by Walt Williams of Spec Ops: The Line fame, who is one of the best video game writers in the business. Thus far, the performances have been excellent as well. Liam McIntyre's portrayal of Wolverine is very grounded and paints the picture of a man bottling up a lot of anger and pain, but still has that rough edge and ruthless aggression that fans expect from the character.
You gotta talk to Essex.
I only got to see a little bit of Troy Baker's Nathaniel Essex, but so far, it's shaping up to be yet another memorable and nuanced performance in his stacked resume.
You came back.
Yo,
I got to see different sides of both Mystique and Sabretooth. And
look at that. Look how good that looks.
Never coming back.
And
What?
I'm very much looking forward to seeing where Nicole Pacent and Brett Gibson take their respective characters.
You find Essex yet?
Oh, I found something already.
While much of the demo was spent with Wolverine snarling, growling, and prowling as he found new baddies to stick his claws into, there was one notable section that was much more quiet and subdued, and actually ended up being my favorite.
So this is a hub. That's fire.
Wolverine wanders through Lowtown, which is a bit of a safe haven for mutants to congregate. I was able to strike up conversations with fellow mutants, engage in some not-so-friendly arm wrestling with Sabretooth, play a revealing game of Never Have I Ever with Mystique, and even find a handful of Easter eggs tucked away. It was a welcome reprieve from all the action, and I hope that there are more moments like this where I get to learn more about the characters that inhabit the world.
I just needed some space. From everything.
Yeah.
Overall, I walked away from my time with Wolverine impressed, but not thoroughly blown away. It's clear that Insomniac is still holding a lot of cards close to its chest with regards to the story, and that's the element that has proved to be the most interesting to me so far. Combat absolutely nails the spirit of Wolverine and is very fundamentally sound, but leaves me with some questions as to how it will hold up over the course of the entire campaign. We'll see how it all pans out when Wolverine releases on PlayStation 5 on September 15th. For more recent previews, make sure to check out our IGN First coverage of Control.
Yeah, let me leave this right here. Hold on. So yeah. So that's it right there. What y'all thinking, man? Let me know what y'all thinking. Bro, I hate these forced walking sections. Oh, you mean the part when he was like moving the bodies out the way? Oh, the hub, you mean? The hub? Yeah, it's a hub. Yeah, it's a hub. That's what it is. At least give me an option to skip them all. No, you probably gonna get in the hub, and there's probably gonna be a section that you can just go and continue the story. But it's just a section for you can do other things like the mini games, the side content, like he said, that you do with Mystique, which has like Easter eggs. So I think I read somewhere that this game is in the same universe as Spider-Man. So you know they're gonna have a bunch of Easter eggs and things like that. That's what it's for. I'm pretty sure you could just go get on with the game though. This one star, right? Yeah, I got you. If you have to go there and spend time there to beat the game, it's forced. Nah, I don't think at least me, in my opinion, I don't think that's what it is. It's just, you know, they created a hub that you can do other things, but I think they're going to just give you the option that if you just want to continue the story, you're probably going to go to whoever you got to speak to at that moment and just continue the story. Day 1, day 0. He wants action. Gifted. There should be something like the Bloody Palace and DMC as well. Yes, I want to play the game. Now walk and hear people talk for minutes at a time. I think it's going to be good, man. I think it's going to be good. And so, yeah, that's the only concern really that I have with it is when he mentioned that whole thing about the combat. Like, is it going to feel fresh from start to the end of the game with all that button smashing, you know, parrying, hitting? Like, I wonder what different movesets they're going to give Wolverine, because I don't know how much more they can give him. You know what I mean? So I'm wondering if that's why they always giving him a companion. But if you noticed, he had Sabretooth as a companion. He had Jean Grey as a companion. And probably he's going to have Mystique as a companion. So those three are probably going to play a key role in the combat system. So maybe you upgrade their skills as well. I'm not sure. Well, I just want to see how it plays out, how they make it work. Because you just know Wolverine, you can't do much with him, bro. All he has is claws, and he can heal up, like, and go crazy. But that's it. Like, it's not like the motherfucker's jumping high all the way up in the sky and doing some crazy shit. Like, he's not, you know, floating in the air. He has claws, you know? But, you know, I have no doubt that Insomniac is going to deliver. Again, okay? This is what they've been doing, and I expect nothing less from them with Wolverine. So we in there day 1, you know what I mean? And I think, lastly, I feel at the end of the game, this might lead into the X-Men game that they're supposed to be making. But I don't know. For some reason, I feel like the ending is gonna lead into probably some other characters coming into the picture, which is why they didn't want to bring them into the game, because they might overshadow their main focus on Wolverine and just wanting this game to be about him. But probably towards the end, they're gonna introduce some X-Men, and this is where they're gonna depart. You know, he's gonna depart from Mystique and Sabretooth. They're gonna go their separate ways, and he's gonna bump into one of the X-Men or something, and they're gonna start from there. Mr. Sinister is in this game, bro. I hope that he turns into the Mr. Sinister we've seen in the cartoons, bro. Because I just want to see how Insomniac does it. If they put him full blown Mr. Sinister, bro, that shit is gonna look crazy, bro. Yo, that's gonna look crazy, bro. You know what I mean? So that's my opinion. That's what I think is gonna happen. And I need them to nail Mr. Sinister. I need Insomniac to have full blown Sinister by the end of this game, bro. I need them to do that. I'm sorry. I need them to do that. Omega Red is in there too. I need them to do that, bro. They should give Wolverine air combos and cancels. Let there be a skill gap. We'll see. We'll see, bro. Single player game story is key. Yeah, the story, that's another thing. That's a great point. The story is another thing that's going to make or break the game, right? Because in the midst of everything, right, we're going to be constantly in battle, constantly fighting. The adrenaline is going to be there. It's those in-between moments that's going to make or break the game. If the story don't make sense, if it's a trash story, if it's boring, if, you know, the other characters don't hold their weight, it's not gonna score good. I don't think it's gonna score good. The story has to carry weight in this game, bro, because it can't feel like it's just a secondary option. Like it was just a secondary afterthought. Like, and they were just full blown into the combat and making this as Wolverine as possible with the gore and all that. The story gotta click. It has to click. You know, if not, it's not gonna get that good reviews like the, for the Metacritic. So you're right. You're right on that one. Story games should all have skip options. It probably does. Some story games do have skip options. It probably does. You know. Yeah, The Witcher. The Witcher's a story game and you can skip everything. It probably does have it. Cyclops at the end. Let's see. I know somebody's popping up towards the end. Witcher 3 was fire. I haven't played Witcher 3. I tried a couple times, bro. Honestly, I tried and I tried and I tried. And I just can't get into it. I don't know why. Yeah, it will not be a groundbreaking game, but it will be a good one. Far from bad. Yeah, 100%. 100%. It's not going to be like you said. Everything you said. Yup. Right on the money. Well, the thing is with those games is the dialogue is part of the gameplay. Your choices matter. So you have to think about what you're going to do. You don't get anything like that in Sony games other than Until Dawn, which was fire. Yeah, but this is not a type of game that you gotta make choices like that. This, you know, there's games like that, but there's games that aren't like that. And there's games sometimes, like, I don't want to make a choice every single game. Like, if that's in every game now, like, if that becomes a standard that I have to make a choice every single time, that shit's not gonna fly with me because I'm not trying to do all that every single game. You know, there's games that do have that, and it goes great with it, and that makes that game great. But there's games that don't need all that. Like, this game don't need that. Wolverine is just a linear superhero Marvel game made by Insomniac. You want to play as Wolverine. You want it to be gory. You want to fight. You want that adrenaline rush. You want to be in the universe of X-Men, in that world. You know, that's what this game is, bro. It's going to be a fun time, and that's it. That's all it is. You can't think too much about a game like this, like that. Like, it don't need to be all that with RPG. I don't need none of that in this type of game. You know what I mean? I don't need none of that up in here. Give me the story. We good? Am I gonna go fight now? Thank you very much. But the story needs to be good. And that goes back to the point that Beans was saying. The story needs to be good. Because in the middle of those gameplay sessions when I'm resting, I want to kick back and watch the story, and I want to be entertained. I want to be like, oh, shit. Yo, what's going to happen next? Yo, oh, snap. Oh, pick up the control, start fighting. That's what I want from this game. I need it to be entertaining. I need it to be entertaining. Sinister is one of my favorite characters. Yo, bro, I'm telling you, bro. They gotta nail Sinister, bro. They gotta bring it, bro. You just imagine how he's gonna look on screen, bro. If they nail his look, like if they make him Mr. Sinister. Yo, that shit is gonna look so crazy, bro. That shit will look so crazy, bro. Insomniac only made one mid game, and that was on Xbox. Yo, Mike be wilding out here. I just watched some of it. The games looks good. Yo, oh, Chris, yeah, bro. What you thinking about it, bro? What you think, bro? Definitely looking forward to Phantom Blade more. Oh, 100%. Phantom Blade Zero is the game of the year, brother. That's 100%. That's in the books, my brother. That's in the books. It's not a horror game. That's not what I'm saying at all, Mike. Gifted summed it up pretty well. Yeah. I know what I get what you were trying to. I get what you was trying to say, but yeah. Imagine if Batman Arkham had a choice. Exactly. Damn, you think Phantom Blade looks better, Chris? Oh, yo, Molly, Molly, you good, brother? What you mean by that, Molly? What you trying to say here? Just tell me a good story from beginning to end. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Arkham Knight has 2 endings, so yes, there was choices. Okay. Oh man, an ending and a true ending when you have to get 100% in the game. Facts. Yo, Mike is crazy, bro. Mike is crazy, bro. But yeah, what y'all think about the story, like how I'm ending it? Do you feel like this game is gonna lean towards the X-Men game that they're supposed to be working on? I don't know if it's the next. No, the next one is gonna be Spider-Man. But after that Spider-Man, I believe is the X-Men game that they're gonna work on. But this story right here I'm talking about, do you think it's gonna lean into that X-Men game that they're talking about that they're gonna make? Or you think it's just gonna end on some other shit? Phantom Blade looks good, but can we be honest about the clear downgrade? Downgrade to what? What downgrade? From the first trailers? I don't even remember the first trailers like that, bro, to be honest. I don't see no downgrade, bro. If I'm thinking about the trailer that they gave us when they first introduced that boss that was hanging from the strings, the game looks the same, if not even better than that. You know what I mean? In my opinion, the game looks better now. They showed a lot in these previews. Hopefully they didn't show too much. Nah. They didn't show nothing, bro. These people only played about 2 hours and a half of the game. So whatever you saw was from the first 2 hours and a half of the game. We haven't seen anything yet, brother. Maybe when the Metacritic drops, that's when you should be worried if you're going to run into any type of leaks or anything like that. These are just the previews. When the reviews drop with the Metacritic scores, that's when they're going to go all in. This preview was good. I think they're working on a Venom game. So let me see, so if they are working on the Venom game, that game is coming out next year. That game should be done already. So that game will be coming out next year. Then they're gonna start working on Spider-Man 3, I believe. I'm not sure. Then we got to get an X-Men game, and then we got to get another Ratchet and Clank. They got a lot on their plate. That X-Men game is going to be a while. That was like 2023. A little bit, not much. Now, Molly, you must have been watching Phantom Blade on the Vizio. Oh, man. Because I watched it in 4K and it looks incredible. Oh, man. Yo. Yo, I had to drop a bomb for that, man. That was crazy. That was nasty work right there by Chris, man. Wow. GTA 6 looks downgraded, not Phantom Blade 0. Facts. Insane shot at Molly from Chris. Yo, yeah, that was crazy, bro. They shown the boss fight had to look away. Where, in Phantom Blade 0? You didn't want to see it? GTA 6 don't look like a downgrade, Mike. Phantom Blade 0 looks sick. If GTA 6 is downgraded, it's the console's fault. I hope. Not scrap. I hope not. Scrap that. If you look on trailer 1 and the new one, his house looks downgraded. Oh, you're talking about Jason when he's walking into the beach house and all that? Yeah. My Vizio is 4K, by the way. Yo. Miley, in case you didn't know, there's levels to 4K, okay? Just want you to know that. There's levels to the 4K quality. Yo. Wolverine boss fight? Nah, what Wolverine boss fight? The Sentinel? Nah, you don't gotta look away. Bro, that's the start. That's the beginning of the game. You don't gotta look away. You could watch everything, bro. I'm telling you. They only got to play like 2 hours of the game, bro. You're good. You're good. You haven't been spoiled by anything, bro. We don't even know who's in the game. Nothing like that, bro. As far as the X-Men go and things like that. I think the prior showcases were PC captured with RTX 5090. The latest was PS5 captured. You could be right about that. Do we have confirmation on that? Because he might be spitting right there. This was captured on a base. That's what I told y'all when we saw it. This is on a base PS5. So do what you want with that information. You think it looks bad? You think it looks downgraded? You think it looks good? It's totally up to you. But that's running on the base PS5. That's all you got to know. Because you want to take that footage and picture it being run on a PS5 Pro. How much better it's going to look running on a PC. How much better it's going to look. You got to make that decision for yourself, my brother. You know what I mean? That shit look like Ratchet and Clank. Facts. Want to be surprised? Nah, I get it, bro. But it's Wolverine. If you know Wolverine, you know the Sentinel is gonna be in the game. Like, you just know. And I like that they put it first. Like, he's one of the, like, that's like the first boss. Good. Get it out the way. You know what I mean? Because there's gonna be a lot more surprises coming down the line in the game, bro. Like Mr. Sinister. Mr. Sinister is gonna look sick. I need you to understand that. He's gonna look sick, bro. Blood of Dawnwalker, nasty work, PC setting. Yo, we're about to watch this Control Resonant right now. Gifted, can you play it on your PC? Play what? Phantom Blade 0? Day 1, I'm gonna play it on my PC, my brother. And I'm gonna stream it too. Facts. Depending on what day that lands on, I might do a 24-hour stream. How about that? How about that? How about that? You like that? Depending on what day that is, I might do a 24-hour stream. What do you think about that? Damn, homie. Nah, we need pro footage. Hey, I know. They should have shown that on the pro. And I don't know about Wolverine. I think that's a base PS5. That shit looks good as fuck to me. That shit looks good. That shit on a PS5 Pro is gonna look spectacular. Imagine, look how good Ratchet and Clank looks, bro. Phantom Blade Zero 12 months before Xbox can play is nasty work. Hey, that's what you gotta do. You gotta lock it in, my brother. You gotta lock it in. They should get Christopher Judge to be Apocalypse in the X-Men video game. That will be kind of crazy. That will be crazy. That shit will be fire. Yeah. You won't? I will. Depending on what day that lands on, if I could do it, I will. Oh, yeah. 24 hours, baby. Locked and loaded, baby. You know what I mean? Locked. Loaded, baby. You know what I mean? Facts. Shinobi just posted something about the performance. 12 hours for Phantom Blade Zero, another 12 hours for Wolverine. No. I'm talking about Phantom Blade. When Phantom Blade comes out, depending on the day that is, I might do a 24 hours. That might be my first 24 hour stream. That should look incredible. 60 with. Oh, hold on. Let's look at Shinobi. Hold on. Let's look at Shinobi. Where he at? Okami posted it too. Man, he posted mad shit here. Like, what the fuck? Where's Shinobi at? Hold on. All right. So, Shinobi says Marvel's Wolverine performance mode is 60 frames with ray tracing on the default on the base PS5, a first for Insomniac. Can we drop a bomb for Insomniac, please?
Finish him.
Can we do that? It's like I've been saying. Yo, where will Sony be without Insomniac, bro? Like, where? These people, I'm telling you, they catapulted all the way up, bro. They up there. Like, Insomniac ain't nothing to play with, bro. Like, 60 with ray tracing is the default on the base. So what we saw is the base PS5 footage, bro. I knew it. The PS5 Pro is gonna do that, but better. Quote, we've always had these fidelity and performance modes, right? Which is what the GOAT Mark Cerny was alluding to, right? And then we always sort of last minute get the performance mode with ray tracing and like, but this is pretty good. And so for this game from the start, we said, you know what? We know we're confident we can ship this now. This is going to be a 60 frames per second game with ray tracing as the PS5
Super
should have.
Super chatted $2.69.
Bombs in the chat for my brother Mike, man.
Scary.
Yes, sir. Let's go, Ruben. Get scary. Yo. Yo, Mike, I appreciate that, my brother. I appreciate that, my brother. Facts. Yo. All right, so as the PS5 should have, we're going to build this game around this and towards this. And this is and it's the default mode for the first time for us in one of our games. It's important for the presentation, says Mike Fitzgerald, head of technology at Insomniac. Now, you know these motherfuckers is wizards, right? You know that, right? They got their wizards cap on. When they go to work, they transform. When they leave work, they turn back into regular people. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a true story. Like, these motherfuckers is wizards, right? The fact that they're doing this on the base PS5, bro, it's going to be the default option, bro. And it's like he said, you always had to choose. We all know this. When you boot up Spider-Man and Ratchet and Clank, you got to choose performance or fidelity. And look how good that looks, bro. Think about all the footage that we've been seeing so far up until this point. How good it looks. And that's the base PS5, bro. Shout outs to Insomniac, man. Shout outs to Insomniac, man. Naughty frauds could never... You going into a totally different stratosphere when you talk about Naughty Dog, my brother. All right, let's come back. Let's come back. Scale it down a little bit, okay? Just a tad bit, okay? Just a tad bit. Because when Naughty Dog steps in the building, we get The Last of Us, and we get The Last of Us Part 2. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? We about to get Intergalactic, a sci-fi RPG from Naughty Dog. Just think about that. Just think about it. My goodness. Bro, The Last of Us had people in the movie industry asking themselves, is that real? Huh? 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 Hello? 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 Anyways, that's not to take any shine away from Insomniac. That's not taking it. Yes, sir. Shout out to my brother Star in the building. Salute to you, my brother. Helping you with the 0.999% of the cost of the... Yo, it's all good, brother. It's all good, my brother. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate that, my brother. Facts. Facts, man. Shout outs to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all being here. And they... Wait, what? Runs better than Chris PC. Hold on. Molly's at it again. I see. But we don't even see what is being ray traced, and they refuse to say what's ray traced. Was being ray traced. I mean, there's an article here. I don't know if they go into it. I'm not sure if they go into it. Added, we always have fidelity modes. Okay, 60 frames. Okay. Elsewhere, Insomniac pushed the boat out when it comes to graphics performance in Marvel's Wolverine, but it presented a very different opportunity compared to Spider-Man games the developer is known for. Spider-Man's a very urban city-based title, Fitzgerald said. We invest a lot in technology to represent that. And then Marvel's Wolverine takes us outside the city. We spent some time in the wilderness of Canada in a different nature of city in Madripoor. So we invested a lot of tech around foliage and the jungles that you start the game in. That's that section that I told you that the lights look good. That the lighting looks good. That's what he's talking about. Logan's a really destructive character. The aftermath, after you fight a big battle, we wanted to make sure you didn't feel like you were defeating a bunch of the Hand and then walking out of the pristine market that you happen to be in. So most of the props in the game are destructible, react in physically accurate ways. We invested a ton in that technology. So market stalls and tables and everything around you is splintering and flying off as you're doing combat. And that's it. That's what he had to say in this article. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see, and I think they deliver. They're gonna deliver on that, bro. I think they're gonna deliver on that, bro. Insomniac they're a great studio, bro. You can't deny that. You can't deny that. You just can't. Game is fire, bro. The game is gonna be good. The Spider-Mans were good. Ratchet and Clank was good. This is gonna be good, man. Just add this one to the list. Know what I mean?
At Super West Super Chatted $2.69. Imagine if Insomniac was making a Naughty Dog game.
Mike, I appreciate that, my brother. I appreciate that, my brother. But you bugging. Okay? Let's tone it down a notch, okay, my brother? Okay, let's take it easy. Let's take it easy, okay? Just relax and have a good time, okay? Naughty Dog, even though I'm upset, I am upset. Don't think I've given Naughty Dog, you know, belt to ass, okay? Plenty of times. But I do blame Sony executives for what they've tried to do with this whole live service stuff, for Naughty Dog not having a game out. You know what I mean? We could have had the Factions game, which is what they were working on because of this whole live service stuff. Then the show came about. They had to focus on the show. And it's been just a complete mess. It's been a shit show, bro. This generation has been a shit show. Not just from Naughty Dog, but from a lot of other studios. It's just been a shit show, bro. You know what I mean? So, but it's coming, bro. Intergalactic is coming, bro. All right? Just know that. Y'all want to take a look at this control stuff now? Oh, y'all got anything else to say about Wolverine? So that's a day one, right? Everybody that's in here, that's a day one for everybody, right? Like, we all getting that? It will be out. Yo, Molly be capping hard body. Yo, Molly be out here wilding, yo. Super West is rich. That's the GOAT right there, man. That's the GOAT right there, Mike, man. Yes. We go. I'm ready. All right. Hell yeah. If you don't get it, you're gay. If Factions came out, they would have spent 2 years on it. Factions was about to be fire. Let's take a look at this Control gameplay real quick. Let's see what's going on over here. Because this is another highly anticipated game. Okay? Let's take a look at this real quick. Let's see what's up. This is exclusive Metro Fault mission gameplay. Marathon is dead in the water, by the way.
Feel it.
Last time I checked, they had like
Day.
1,000 people online.
Don't know what it is. It's not good.
Wow.
You're not heading into the evac zone subway, are you?
Yes?
Oh.
What?
Just watch your step.
Zoe.
All right. We've been monitoring 911 calls. There's a pretty disturbing one from around there. And since you asked...
Hello? Hello? Is anyone there?
That's fire, bro. Look at the different colors on the screen. That should look good.
There's a train. It's following me.
Look at where you buy the Metro cards in the back. Oh shit.
It's coming!
Signal was lost before the screaming stopped.
Fuck.
Like I said.
Yo, Max Payne is... Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Picture Max Payne, bro. That shit is gonna look good. The 2 train. Oh shit. Look at that, bro. Yo, this game is gonna be fire, bro. Wow. That's fire, bro. Like Doctor Strange, yeah. Fact, Alan Wake 2 was like this, yeah. Yo, why I can't give subs? What do you mean? Was it telling you? Wow. Wow. Woo! Oh yeah, they don't have a parry system in this game, right? So it's all perfect dodging in this game, right?
It's like there's an earthquake coming. Except that wasn't the earthquake. It was a paperclip falling off the desk. The real earthquake is coming next.
That's crazy, bro. Look at that. Woo! Yo, this game is gonna be good, bro. What's that little icon that keeps showing up? That's like his shield or something? Like when he's hitting the enemy.
I'll be fine.
Damn, look at that, bro.
I have to make a choice between bad and worse. Sorry.
Yo, Chris, what was it saying when you try? I don't know why it's doing that. Yo, look how good that looks. That's Jesse right there.
Jesse.
Something is coming, Dylan. I'm trying to stop it, locking the doors. I have to do it alone. It's not safe.
I thought you woke me up to help.
I woke you up so you could run. No, you need to go back, Dylan. Is he still here? I can't tell.
I'm with you.
Reach received. Oh, so now he could get up there. Yep. Nice.
I can work with this.
You just unlocked that ability.
The cracks are coming. We're running out of time. Don't forget.
Damn.
Forget what? Jesse?
That's crazy, bro.
How is this happening? It's like you were with me. Sealing the door with me. This can't happen again. You need to stay away. This place, What's that saying? You can't unscramble an egg.
Jesse! I'll find you again.
You know something about my connection to Jessie, don't you? How do I get it back? How can I find her again?
I'm not interested. Oh, you're not interested in this game, lazy? Yeah. Yeah, I got it. I got it. Oh yeah, that is his armor. Yo, that's fire. He's covered in all that shit. There it is, the door. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Thoughts? Sound design. You see a DMC vet play a Remedy hack and slash. This is like if Housemarque made an Infamous game. Yo, that will be crazy, bro. I want to see what Housemarque is gonna do next. I think they're gonna scale back. I think they're gonna try to go. I think they might go back to the type of games that they're used to making. I think. Facts. Give me just frames. There is jump cancel in this game. Oh, nice. Mortal Shell 2's out next week. Yo, Mortal Shell 2 is fire, by the way. That's out next week. Yo, there's too many games, bro. Like, I don't know, man. So many games, man. Who think GTA 6 is get GOTY? It depends, man. It depends how, when the reviews come out, it depends on how these journalists feel about it, bro, to be honest. Because at the end of the day, that's what's going to matter, you know? Is what they felt about it, because they're the ones that vote, you know? So if they can resonate with that game and they like what they saw and they thought it was an enjoyable experience and everything like that, and if it was worth the hype, I think they're gonna attach that when they're reviewing GTA 6. They're gonna attach the hype level to it. Was this worth all this hype? Was this worth the industry, making the industry stop at a standstill for this one game? Like, what is it? What was it that made this game, you know, so impactful and things like? I think they're gonna think about all of that when they're reviewing that game, because it needs to be that great. Because you just can't bring out a game like that. You know, you can't just come out and stop the industry. You know what I mean? Have the people at in the palm of your hands. Be able to charge $100 and, you know, and just do whatever you want. You just can't have that type of freedom. And then these journalists I know they're gonna feel some type of, I know they feel some type of way about all that. So they're gonna go into reviewing that game into, okay, hold on, let me see what the hype was all about. Let me see if it's true what he says, that we've never played anything like this ever before. Let me see what it is that he's talking about. Like, if it's just a GTA 6 game, a GTA 5 on steroids that looks better, obviously, you know, NPCs are gonna you could interact better with the NPCs and things like that. Those are things that we are expecting already. Better graphics, better gameplay, interaction with NPCs. We expect these things to be better already. But what is it that Straw Zelnick is alluding to when he says you've never played a game like this before? Why? Why not? What is it that you got? So I think they're gonna go in with that mindset, and they're gonna be like, let me see what they got. And if it truly is something that is like industry defining, like, they could give it the game of the year, in my opinion. It reminds me of Star Wars Jedi games more than anything. Yeah, you're right. It did. It did kind of remind me of them games. The games was great, by the way. I enjoyed both of them. I am biased. It's my GOTY already. Oh, you talking about Control Resonant? Control looks good, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It does look good. Really good. Day one. Why don't Rockstar buy the Getaway game? Rockstar's they're gonna start doing different things. They're gonna start doing different things. Not Rockstar's fault when other games come out half-baked and buggy mess and not worth the money. Yo, Straw Zelnick is in the building. Good to see you back over here, my brother. I never felt gravitated toward GTA's appeal. Making people charge $100 and saying more people buy the $100 than the $70 game. That's what they can get away with. That's what they're getting away with. You know what I mean? Because the $100 game is just the basic game. There you go. Gifted, why you got my man Zelnick out here wilding in the chat? Yo, that's Zelnick, bro. That's what he does, man. That's what he does, man. You know what I mean? You know, hiding your next trailer behind a paywall. You need a Netflix account. And Insider Gaming just reported that GTA 6 Netflix extended look could be 3 episodes. Yo, this is about to get me tight. Yo, I'm getting angry. Yo, Insider Gaming. What y'all think about that? This could be a 3-episode extended look. Nasty work. Gifted, how you got so many people last stream? I don't know. I have no idea, my brother. It just happened. You know what I mean? It just happened. It's a game like Phantom Blade, you know? That's what games like that do. I do feel a lot of it though was the Asian market though, because streaming that late in China is early. It's like 10 in the morning over there. So I do feel like the majority of them were over there, because I did one time when I was streaming Assassin's Creed Shadows. I remember I was live streaming it, and out of nowhere, bro, I had like 5 people right in the chat. Out of nowhere, it hit like, I think it was like 9:30 at night, or 10, or 10ish, or whatever it was. I think it was 10ish, closer to 11. And out of nowhere, I just saw a surge, like a boom. It went from like 5 to like 94 people in an instant, like that. And I do believe that was the Asian market because it's early at that time. You know, they're just probably getting into work or just waking up or whatever. And, you know, Shadows was had to deal with Japan and all that. So I feel like that's what's happening with that. Nah, I could that see this happening? If Netflix offers you millions on a silver plate, you say no? Oh, me? You asking me? I'm not saying no. What am I gonna say no for? I'll be like, giveth a here. Copyright's gonna go crazy. Yeah. Nobody's gonna be able to stream the Netflix. They're gonna have to wait until it drops on YouTube, and then they're gonna be able to stream it. They're not doing that whole Netflix shit. They shouldn't show anything at all. Just give us a game. Let us find out for ourselves. Gifted, type in Phantom Blade Zero. Play Asia. I was just researching IGN's Phantom Blade Zero live stream. Couldn't find. Found yours and clicked. Oh, snap. Oh, nice. Oh, okay. I like that. Appreciate that, brother. Smash, yo, Beans, I appreciate that, my brother. Y'all make sure I smash that like button, vote on that poll, click that link that's pinned. That's to give you exclusive access to become an official sponsor for as little as 99 cents a month, people. Get in the Discord. Matter of fact, I'm going to drop the Discord. I'm going to drop the Discord link right here. Matter of fact. Okay. I'm dropping the link, man. We doing it right here live. There it is. All right, let me see what these people got to say about this real quick. GTA 6 Netflix could feature multiple episodes. The 3 episodes had varying durations. The first one had 23 minutes and 37 seconds. The second one was the longest at 24 minutes and 41 seconds. And the third was the shortest at 18 minutes and 29 seconds. No release window for other episodes were mentioned. Players should also note that this could be a bug. The episode listing on the page may also be from generative AI. So take this one with a heavy grain of salt, and there is no official confirmation yet. So this was spotted by Game Rant on a GTA 6 subreddit. That's what happened. Netflix's page in Portugal. So that's where they found this at. If they do that, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. And if you listen to Straw Zelnick talking, he says it himself, yo. When you watch this, it's gonna be like you're watching a Netflix series. You're gonna feel like you're watching a Netflix show. Could this be what he was alluding to? That he's going to stretch this out into a 3-part limited series. You know how they be having a Netflix limited series and things like that? Is that what he's talking about? Could it be? You know? If that's so, I'm going to be pissed, bro. Because I can't stand having to wait for next week's episode or however long he's going to take to show the next. I cannot stand that, bro. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. So I hope this is a one shot, one kill. What the deal? I hope this is a one-time thing. Drop whatever you're going to drop on Netflix and let's keep it pushing. Because I already know the first episode is probably going to be the most boring one, like they always do. They're going to save the best for last. So we're going to have to wait like another 3 weeks to see like NBA 2K. If you notice NBA 2K, they dropped the story trailer this day. they drop what's coming in my team this date. They drop my park this day. Like, they do it in increments, and they save the best for last. The one that they know everybody's waiting for, the my career. How you gonna be able to build your character and things like that, right? They save that for last. I can't stand that, bro. Like, hurry up. So now, thinking about this, if they do this, they're most likely gonna leave the gameplay for last. So the questions about the 60 frames and how the gameplay is gonna run and all that, they're probably gonna leave that for the last episode, and it's gonna get me tight, bro. It's gonna get me tight, bro. I'm telling you. Yeah, Phantom Blade Zero is Unreal Engine 5, yes. Just make one big episode. Exactly. Dawn Walker, Rex Spets got me sweating. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Those specs are crazy. By the way, Phantom Blade dropped the specs for their game. I don't know if y'all saw it. Where did I was gonna show y'all this today, but I'm not gonna have time to do it today because we're already at the 2-hour mark. I'm not trying to extend this too long. But this is behind the scene footage. Oh, it's only 2 minutes. We could watch this.
I think we're good.
We could watch this real quick. This is a behind the scene footage for Phantom Blade. That's the CEO Soulframe right there of S Game.
As S explains, his team has developed a method for motion capture that's flexible enough to stay in step with the rapid pace at which Donnie and his team operates, a system that he hopes will make developing action games far more efficient in the future.
I think we're going to expand this to a whole system of making games, because gaming even needs this more. Because for making games, most of the other studios or big companies always make like step by step. You spend like 2 years to do this pre-productions with all the concept art and documents ready, and you produce according exactly to what was written in the documents, and you spend another 3 years to produce. So that's the normal way for so-called AAA industry. But working with Donnie make us quite confident of our original way of working, especially doing something so creative, because we are trying to build a whole new system for modern action game. If we just trying to fit all these kung fu movements to the existing action system, it doesn't work. So we have to come back to the starting point, or we have to build everything from ground up. So this will need very heavily depend on what happens on site. Let's say if we are doing a combo with like 4 hits or 5 hits, and the boss will have some sort of special mechanics to react to your combo. And if you are doing it like a traditional way, you can catch the essence of the movement, especially like Donnie's movement or Donnie's style, because there's no such game in history showing that for us as reference. So if we don't have the reference, we cannot do it like the old way. We have to do it in a very special way and very unique way and dynamic. So exactly like Donnie was saying, what he has done in movie industry, like for all those classic movies, we're trying to do the same thing in gaming industry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I heard that. They doing everything, bro. They doing everything. Bro, even the one that he's fighting, like the drunk enemy, that's a real person doing all that motion capture, bro. You should have seen it. He's like this on the like fighting, bro. These dudes, bro, they masters at their craft, bro. When they do shit, they do that shit right, bro. 2K looks insane graphically, honestly. No, it don't. 2K looks the same every year. Every single year, 2K looks the same, bro. I've been playing 2K since the first one. Once they reached the point where they were making so much money, they stopped being competitive. They stopped being innovative, and they just kept on putting out the same game over and over and over again, bro. We say that every year about 2K. Yo, this yo, that shit look crazy. Yeah, the game comes out, that shit looks exactly the same. Hackers need to show up and leak that GTA trailer. Yo, something gotta happen, bro. This is unheard of, bro. The fact that people pre-order this game and haven't even seen. But the thing is that's another thing, right? They got this many pre-orders because you have to remember that the general public, they don't care. They don't care about a trailer. They just know it's GTA 6, the newest installment. It must be going crazy on social media, on the TikToks and the IG and the Instagrams and all that. They don't care, bro. They remember, general public only buy 1 or 2 games a year. The top 3. Maybe you get your 2K in there. Maybe you get your Madden. And now for your COD, your Call of Duty. So either you're a basketball fan or a football fan. You're getting one of the two plus Call of Duty. And now this year's an exception because GTA is coming out. So that's going to be your 3rd game. And that's it. You're done for the year. Right? So it's those people that are lining up for the pre-orders without seeing anything. Then you got the ones in the community who just do shit just to do it. Like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not pre-ordering that shit until I see it. Like, why don't you try to put some pressure on them and not pre-order the game? Not, what you call it? Put this game at a forefront. Like, give it free advertising when they haven't shown you anything. Like, make them, like, put pressure on them. But these people, a lot of people don't know how to do shit like that. People just go with the flow. And if it's going to get them the clicks or whatever, they're going to do it. And it's whatever. 25 million Netflix subscribers. Yeah, I got 325 million, right? Little game. I get it. But it could have been done simultaneously. You could have shown it on Netflix and you could have shown it on YouTube. Like, why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? Why make the people that already bought your game have to subscribe now to Netflix? It don't make any sense. It don't make any sense. I need to finish Control. China is so dumb. Nah, man. Shout out to all my Asian people, man. Shout out to the Asian community out there, man. I see y'all, man. I see y'all. Number 1 in the Steam charts for pre-order for Phantom Blade Zero, over Counter-Strike, over PUBG, over Marvel Rivals, over all these games, man. Y'all see y'all, man. Salute to y'all, man. I see y'all, man. Facts. Shout outs to S Game. Shout outs to Game Science. Shout outs to Shift Up. All of them, man. I see y'all, man. Yeah, 2K is the same every year. Yup. Park doesn't look that good, but the actual 5v5 and NBA stadiums look really good. Yeah, because that's if you're playing with the against the computer, yeah, that's when the game looks at its best because you offline and you playing the game, not being online. So yeah, of course it's gonna look the best. But that's not why the majority of people buy that game. I have Alan Wake 2. Yeah, I have Alan Wake 2. I actually haven't finished Alan Wake. I'm gonna have to finish it. I'm like at the last mission in Alan Wake 2. So I'm gonna have to go back and finish it. Great game, by the way. I just haven't finished it yet. True. Yeah, exactly, bro. 3 games a year is crazy. I got 5 just in the August. I know, bro. I'm telling you, I know. I know. Chris just bought 5 games. Yo, Chris brought like 6 games, right? It at the touch of a button. My man said, "Yeah, I just finished buying all them games right now." Yo, Chris is crazy, bro. I mean, I pre-ordered Control because they show so many banger trailers after trailer. Yeah. That's fine, bro. And still so many things come. Exactly. Like, we've seen plenty of stuff, bro, from Control, right? We've seen, even from Phantom Blade Zero, we've seen a lot from Phantom Blade already. All the previews that they've shown us. You know, flying out the content creators and the journalists out to China. I've seen footage from that. You know? And then with the latest 11-minute trailer, we've seen that. Pre-orders go live. You know, that's pretty standard in my opinion. You showed us everything. You showed us, not everything, but you showed us a lot. It's time for pre-ordering. There you go. Who's going to have a problem with that? But GTA's out here bugging and everybody like, yo, GTA 6. Yo. You still going to buy the game, though. I can't stand when people do shit like that. Like, try to throw it at the customer's face, like, oh yeah, but you're still gonna buy it. Like, if you don't have a right to complain, I can't stand that shit, bro. Like, if the complaint is legitimate, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying to complain about everything, but if you have a legit reason to do it, and then people try to throw that shit back at you, like, oh, but you're still gonna buy it though, right? Like, I can't stand that shit, bro. I can't stand it. Who's Chris in this chat? It's Chris Tolston. He's a mod. You'll see him when he pops up. He's a mod of the channel. A story game and 4 shoots. Nasty PC only play shooters. Oh yeah. That's, I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's how it is, man. That's how it is, man.
As S explains.
Oh, my bad. Let me see quick. What else I have for y'all here? Quickly. Yeah, so it's on number 1 over Counter-Strike 2, Apex Legends, Overwatch, PUBG. I guess I'll leave this one for another, probably tomorrow or something. But VGC also looked at Star Wars Zero Company, which is another game that looks pretty good. I know it's turn-based, but it looks good, and I'm kind of interested in it. I'm not sure, but I'll probably show it tomorrow because I'm not about to watch that right now. I thought I had the Phantom Blade Zero spec, PC specs here. No, I'm gonna have to look it up real quick. I just want to show y'all. Let me see right here. Come on now, catch up. Where is it? Where the hell did it go? Oh, here it is. All right, so here it is. There it is right there. But yeah, man, y'all feel me or what? Like, am I talking nonsense or what, man? Damn, he shouted out Asia and the viewers went to 94. Nah, for real? I didn't see that. You're lying. Shout outs to Asia though, man. I would pre-order Naughty Dog game anytime without seeing a second of gameplay. Nah, my old self would do that, but nah, I'm not doing that, bro. We gotta put pressure to these studios and these game developers. We gotta put the pressure on them. Don't be out here pre-ordering, and they haven't even showed you nothing. Like nothing. Like them trailers that we've seen, none of that's gameplay, bro. We don't know anything about the game. Like, no. Show me something and tell me why you want my money. We got to stop doing that. My old self, I would have been like, me too. You know what I mean? Even if I know I'm getting the game, let them see that those initial pre-order hours, nobody's pre-ordering it because we haven't seen anything. Let them see that. Like, let them see it. Be like, yo, we gotta drop. Drop the trailer right now. I thought we was gonna wait. Nobody's pre-ordering. Drop the trailer. I think Phantom Blade Zero is gonna be a 91 and Wolverine gonna be a 92. You might be on to something. I don't think Wolverine's gonna score that high, bro. To be honest. I think it's gonna score like a 89, bro. But we'll see. We'll see. Gifted, we're Tekken out in that list. Nah, Tekken wasn't there. Wolverine 88, Phantom Blade 90. There you go. There you go. That seems a little bit more closer to what I'm thinking. I'm gonna get the Star Wars Zero game. Oh, Beans, you getting it? Yo, that games look good, right? That game look good, bro. I'm telling you. If I go live tomorrow, then I'll show it off tomorrow. For sure. But I am interested. I don't know if I'm gonna get it, but I'm interested. I like what I see. Why did they drop the pre-order? Other studios don't do that without showing gameplay. It's GTA. They could do whatever they want, bro. They could do whatever they want. Wolverine looks like an 8 out of 10. Right on. Zero Company looks good. Yes, it does, man. Yeah, I play all types of games. That's good, bro. That's good. So this is it right here. Recommended. They's asking for a 3060 Ti, 8 gig, or 67 or RX 6700 XT 12. 16 gigs of memory. You got a i5 10,000, or you got an AMD Ryzen 5 5600X. All right. And that's with the resolution of 1440 at 60 frames with upscaling enabled. All right. Ray tracing and path tracing. You need a 5060 for the ray tracing, 8 gig. And you need a 5080, 16 gig with path tracing. You're looking at 4K 60 with upscaling. And the ray tracing, you're looking at 1080 60 with upscaling. So, it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. Unreal Engine 5. But I think they could do it. Wasn't I think Saros used Unreal Engine 5. That ran good. Right? I think these people have taken the time out to play the game thoroughly and made sure that this game is running good. And I think they're gonna knock it out the park. I think they're gonna knock it out the park. 100%. We should be all right. We should be all right. One indie game caught my eye is Dusk Fade. Released today. Looks really good. Yeah, I played the demo of Dusk Fade. I played it like a month ago, I think it was. It's cool. I thought if I could remember correctly, I thought the game was a bit slow for the type of game that it's trying to be. Like I remember the movement like being slow. I don't know if you could speed up the game, but it looks like a cool little game though. It looks like a cool game. I hope it does good. PC players bought a 5090 to play Vampire Survivors and Supermarket Simulator with 240 frames. Shaking my head. Nah, I doubt that, bro. Only the top of the line bought a 5090, bro. I doubt that's what they playing, bro. They playing all these AAA games with a 5090, bro. By the way, I've been playing Ball Pit. That game is addicting. Okay. If you haven't played it, try it. It's really good. Beast of Reincarnation. I also been playing Beast of Reincarnation. I gotta get back to that game. Beast of Reincarnation does some of the voice. Got AI to you. Oh, you're asking if they got some AI? I don't know. I didn't really look into that. Did I tell you that Crossfire Studio got some layoffs? I think I did tell you that. You know that army, this one right here? So this studio got layoffs, okay? So I'm expecting delays for this game. Okay? Let's see here. Black Myth Zangui director says they are avoiding generative AI usage. Also, yeah, I think I was supposed to tell you about this, and I didn't. So Black Myth Zangui, art director Yang Qi, is in no rush to use AI to speed up the game development. They're sticking with traditional techniques. He was deeply inspired by Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, citing it as an example of old school techniques still making a major impact. All right. Let's drop a bomb for game science, please. All right. In case y'all ain't know. Let me see here. All right, y'all. About to last another like 5 minutes and we out of here, man. Let me pull up some trailers. This is when we kick back, relax. I just read the chat and then we out of here after that.
At Super West Super Chatted $2.69. Yes, no, I know DLSS 5 slop.
Yo, Mike, you crazy, man. I appreciate that, though, my brother. Yeah, so no AI, bro. No AI, man. But that's what it is. Man said, Ball Pit, you're done, buddy. Yo, that game is good, bro. I like games like that. You know, like Plants vs. Zombies. That's another one that I used to go crazy with. Bro, I put so many hours into Plant vs. Zombies, bro. It's not even funny, bro. Like, it's not even funny how many hours I got in Plants vs. Zombie. Crazy. It's crazy. Damn gifted in PC hardball pit. Yeah, man. Supermassive games. Yeah, Supermassive as well. Yup. Exactly. Supermassive also got layoffs too, man. No? It is what it is. Five minutes and we out of here, y'all. Any last questions, comments, concern about anything? Let me know what's up. Plant vs. Zombies main is insane. Yo, I used to love Plant vs. Zombies, bro. I used to love that. Well, the mobile version. Let me make that clear. The mobile version. Like, I put so many hours into that game, bro. That shit is addicting, bro. Oh, you right, Mike. Play Asia does have a physical for Phantom Blade. I've seen that, but I haven't looked into it to know if it's fake or not. I haven't really looked into it, but I did see it though. I did see it. I played Blunts versus Plants. Fire, fire. I like it. I like it. Yeah, you're right, Mike. You're right. I did see something about that. Let's see. Should I go into this screen? Is that better? I don't know why the chat is not popping up below me. I gotta fix all that. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. But yeah. The cover art looks sick. Yeah, yo, if that's real, yeah, man. Onimusha too. Onimusha has a nice cover art as well for their physical. I don't know if you've seen it. It's like reflects if you when you turn it. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice, man. Yo, so you in chapter 4, Mike, in Beast of Reincarnation? How you liking it? Did I ask you? It's okay, right? It's pretty good. It's not bad. I need a Phantom Blade controller. Yeah, we're not getting that, bro. It's okay, right? Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. And I'm cool with that. You know, it's their first game. I'm cool with it, bro. I don't need that game to be out of this world. I just feel like it's just the dialogue for me. Like, yo, what's this? This shit looks good. Like the dialogue, they take too long and it's so slow. That's all, you know? Well, that's not all. It's just one of my main concerns of that. Tomorrow, I will try the Gears E-Day beta. Oh, it's coming back? I played the beta for like 10 minutes. I just can't get into it. That whole shotgun. People was blasting me with the shotgun all day. Like sliding shotgun. I'm good. I said, this is what I'm running into. Exit stage left, please. I'm not dealing with that. Have y'all watched the Blood of Dawnwalker new trailer yet? Nah, we haven't. It's a new trailer? How? Let me see. If it's a long trailer, I might save it for tomorrow or something. But I'm pretty much wrapping it up. It's 7 minutes. I'll probably leave it for tomorrow. I'll leave it for tomorrow. We'll watch that tomorrow. But that's Chris right there, Star, right there. That right there, Chris. That's the man that bought 8 games yesterday. He said, yeah, I bought them, all of them. The sequel's gonna be better. Yeah, it is. They're gonna get more funds and they're gonna. Nah, I got you, bro. I know, bro. Especially with that type of work you do, you gotta be focused, man. Tell Stop to holler at me, man. Young Hover, you heard? Young Hover, you heard? Yeah, we just finished watching some Control gameplay. It looks good. It looks good. Yes, sir. Welcome to the family, man. Welcome to the family. I dropped the Discord link earlier. If y'all click it, y'all should be able to get in. What to do with the scrap metal? Oh, you talking about Beast of Reincarnation? I don't know. I don't know what you do. I don't know if that's for the upgrades. I'm not sure. Or if you trade it in. I think you trade that in. But yeah, man. About to get up out of here. I deleted Discord account last year. It was not my place. I feel you, my brother. I feel you, my brother. Wasn't there something happening this week or no? Is there anything else or that's it? Let me know real quick before I leave. Oh, the Kingdom Hearts. I don't know if I'm gonna stream that because I think it's gonna be like a round table. It's gonna be like a round table discussion, and I'm not trying to just sit there and listen to them talking. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna stream that. I'm not sure yet. If they give more information and it's more than a round table, then maybe, yeah. But we'll see. So, yeah, the D23 thing. Yeah. And it's Disney. I don't know if I could co-stream that either. I don't know. That might be copyright or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, Phantom Blade Zero State of Play. We definitely doing that. So, we on that for sure. That's next week on a Monday. And I think that's about it. Yeah. Let's see if I'll probably come back on Friday. What's today? Thursday? Oh, shit. Tomorrow's Friday. I'm bugging. Let's see what happens. Get in the Discord and I'll let y'all know. All right? But anyways, man, I appreciate everybody who stopped by. Hopefully, you had a great time here. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Everybody who donated. Salute to y'all, man. And hopefully I catch y'all back here on the next one. All right? With that being said, it is your boy, the gifted one here, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one, man. I'm gone.